The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
Comfort food that I remember growing up on. And a lot of that stuff is like really cheap and stuff that a child can make. So like I fucking love Kraft mac and cheese from the box. It's goddamn garbage and I know it, but I still love it.
Cat,
But, like,
the spirals? The spirals.
The spirals I don't care for.
Velveeta?
Oh, I'm gone.
Spirals are good. I like the spirals.
Bye, Jeanette.
I got you, Jeanette.
Velveeta or Kraft?
Kraft is the one I prefer, but I've been going for Velveeta occasionally.
I got you, Jeanette. Spirals are good.
Hey,
You can all
Callie,
just-
what's your favorite episode of Ghost of Saltmarsh?
The one where they talked about mac and cheese for an hour
For
and
a
a half.
really long time.
I'm sorry, but you can all just go fuck right off, because the second I mention not liking it, you delve into, oh, this type is good, but I've tried this before. 30 minutes of me just going, I just said I fucking hate it. Why won't you leave me alone?
No, I'm just talking about because like there are certain kinds that I absolutely despise, but others that I love. Are we actually live, Scott?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, of
everybody.
course.
Welcome back
Yeah.
to Ghost of Saltmarsh.
Hi, all. Hi. Welcome
Hi.
to the things we talk about before the show fucking starts.
We talk about a lot of things before it starts, but I try to time it
It's
right
wild.
with the right conversation for Golden.
Yeah, thanks
It's
to that
great.
little stunt, I'm gonna have people sending me hate mail because this.
You're fine. The only people who watch this channel is us, and maybe one of us that wants to watch it again.
For now, 20 years later, we may be on top of the tier.
I
and-
mean,
and I'm getting hate
maybe.
mail for 20-year-old.
Yeah,
episodes.
I'll be,
Anyway,
I'll be in my
you're
floating
fine.
castle made of glass.
don't
I'll
throw
have,
stones.
I'll have liquid Scotty Hood.
If I'm making any kind of house, it's going to be a glass house underwater like Minecraft.
Scotty,
Mm-hmm.
do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Never say that phrase again.
I was really I don't know how I felt about it, but it wasn't a good feeling.
No, like it's the show just like concentrated down to a liquid form.
Please don't explain it.
I'm just remembering that old like Nickelodeon game show with the slime.
That narrows it down.
So hey everybody.
Hi.
Oh,
Anybody want to recap what the heck happened last time?
who the fuck knows?
I didn't get to talk to my vampire friend very long.
No, we were still discussing that.
Wait, we murdered him.
He's
Yeah,
dead.
we did. Yeah,
There's inter-party strife.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was. We resolved it.
I hear that too, Cal. There's people outside yelling,
Ah,
like a kid saying something. Anyway. So
yeah, I tried
last
to talk to a
time-
vampire. Things didn't work.
Last time, the party finally confronted Zolik, a psionic vampire. And let's just say it didn't go well for him. You might have spilled a bit of his backstory on him. And those of the deities of higher alignment of the upper planes felt that even with that predicament, it's better to not have him around instead of risking the chance that he won't cure himself. So, they just got rid of him. So, after you
When you
all...
say you guys, you mean
Mostly
Just, Axel.
Mostly Axel.
Well, you guys were there and you did set up the mirror
Yeah.
thing, even if you didn't actually implement it. I
So,
think
I just-
everybody but Katie was down for it initially.
Just to throw this out here,
Mhm.
I just got a response from Axel.
Mhm.
Oh.
His response was "fuck." I think he may be joining us shortly.
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
hit the nail on the head there. Your prediction for him.
Yeah.
But in any case, that's fine. We're gonna say that this is the next thing. You know, after everything's blown over, and you guys
Yeah, I think
looted
we
the place.
we did rest.
Mhm. So you can mark down a long rest if you haven't already.
Long rest and a crisis
So
of conscience
long.
for our Axel friend.
Katie discovered last night at the bar that
The
she
police.
can't apparently get drunk anymore. It's very odd.
Oh, poor girl.
Tried. She tried, but no luck.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Why is this not linked?
Welcome
my
to the
thing?
game.
You did not miss anything. We were just recapping what happened last time.
Did you bring any food with you? Because
Don't say mac and cheese. Don't say mac and cheese. Don't say mac.
I wasn't gonna, Sage.
But you were leading up to it.
No.
We didn't put any of that in food chat.
Well, do you want some like smoked sausages? Because
Hey, I had sausages too.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, kielbasa.
So we cut to
Anyway.
everyone on the now thawed off back patio of the house, and Axel
shit, yeah,
is,
that's half
is
destroyed.
cooking sausages for everybody.
Oh, that's right, because we all got drunk and hammered, and I came home and made like
Yep.
tuna sandwiches at like 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
before we fell asleep.
Right.
God, we are just sad college students at that point.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you all got that message, I think it was specifically to Josul, actually, for when needing help with the Styes.
Yeah, so we were told that somebody in the Styes is going to be is on death row and is like scheduled to be murdered or to be killed, put to death, whatever, in 3 days, but they are innocent, and they need us to go there and prove it. But the Styes
Their
is
elven,
3 days away.
and their elven friend recommended Josul, which seemed a little odd.
We did, however, notice that there are more assassinations going down in town. And Abby had the thought of, how do we know that this isn't just a ploy to get us away from the city so that more of these assassination attempts can go on without anybody noticing? Because we're the only ones that have seen these assassins. Everyone else died. Everyone else that has encountered them is dead now.
Yeah.
So... And it's probably they did the exact same MO, so talking to the dead person probably isn't going to give us anything because they were asleep when it happened, so they don't remember.
Right.
So the thing that I had suggested was we go talk to that new wizard, Periwinkle, and Zindros if she's still around, and see
Periwinkle?
if... What did I say?
You said periwinkle.
The other one.
Aquamarine.
There we go. Different bluish color.
You got Callie scared for a
Sorry.
second there.
And see if they have a scroll of teleport, because if we can get to the Styes faster, then we can get back here faster, and neither of these things has to happen. Like we can do both. But I don't like the idea of leaving Saltmarsh completely undefended for 6 days. And that's assuming that we can solve the problem the day we get there and then turn around and leave.
You know, Saltmarsh has like a town with guard stuff. Like most of the soldiers are fighting in the war up north, but things happen. They do have defense.
Yeah, it's just they apparently haven't been able to stop all these assassinations. How many assassinations are we talking about, though?
How many were
Is it
mentioned?
like 3 or is it like 10?
We'll say 2 others besides you, Josul.
Two others beside us were assassinated, although I would imagine there are more targets.
Well, 2 is not bad. Like, it's awful. But, like, okay. Do we know anything that's connecting the 2 people? Like, who was it that was assassinated? What's connecting them? Who were they targeting?
What was it you said last time?
One was another merchant, and one was equivalent to a nobleman. Like they owned quite a few ships in the yard.
One was another merchant, and the other was a nobleman that owned quite a few ships in the yard.
So who did they have a conflicting interest with?
Yeah,
Business
that's
rivals
something I'm
or
not
political
completely
rivals
aware of.
or...
I
But
do
like-
know that I was one of their targets, as
Oh,
was Sekald.
I don't.
That's
That
wanna-
doesn't
say-
exactly narrow it down because you've got lots of enemies.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I have
I don't
been
want to
known to have a
suggest
few.
splitting up, but I know there's a lot of conflicting things you guys want to do. Did you guys want to do them in like separate bits, or did you guys want to stay all together and you like do all those things together?
I don't think we're going to split the party.
Okay. I just want to confirm that before it happens, because I know
Yeah.
one person's going to go.
I'm going to say that
Well, I
in
know what-
character.
I don't like the idea of like if we're in Saltmarsh and we split up, I'm fine with that. But like leaving half of us going to the Styes, no, that sounds like a bad
I
idea.
think at this point we need to stay
Um,
together because we don't know who the next
Right.
target is or if
So-
they're going to come after us.
I am going to suggest we do a walk and talk, and we start walking, or probably swimming is faster, down to Saltmarsh, because we should probably talk to like the mayor or town council. I don't remember what is in charge of this place.
Actually, that is what
It is the council.
Josul recommended. Yeah.
So for the noblemen, they own a lot of ships, which means that they are probably involved in merchants, and you are a merchant. So there is a chance that whoever is going them are targeting merchants specifically.
Yes.
And I mean, my guess would be the first suspects would be other merchants, rival merchants, right?
That would be what I would imagine, but I'm not sure if it's merchant related directly. This could be someone who's attempting to, as they basically remove the competition, but in a different sense. Merchants also have guards and members who protect their
Yeah, but they're not going after like the town guard. They're going after an individual.
But if they kill the person who pays them and pays their wages, the guards aren't going to hang around.
But that's
They're
the
going
thing.
to leave the city
a guard's a merchant guards merchandise. The town guard the town. They're not gonna leave just because some merchant's dead. And
but the merchants also pay the wages that pay the soldiers that guard the town.
No, taxes do that.
And if the merchants are all dead, no one's paying taxes.
Well, okay, all right.
Taxes and tariffs on goods pay most of the wages of the soldiers of the city.
Do we know the names
merchants
of those
around,
merchants?
there's no one to pay.
We could talk to like their family, see if maybe they knew anything. If they have some idea of what happened. I assume, like, what are the chances that both this merchant and this other nobleman had no other people living in their house whatsoever? Maybe they saw something. We can figure out how they got into the house.
You all actually do know at least one merchant because you've worked for him before. Albrecht Drellin. He's the one that wanted you to get his box from his ship. Do you recall?
That's right, that guy. But he's not one of the ones that are dead, though, is he?
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We should talk to the families of the people that were killed.
And he does own a few ships here. Now that he got his fortune back.
Let's go talk to the folks at the town hall and see what they suggest. And I mean, I don't want to panic the town, but honestly, we should have like a town hall and let everybody know what's happening so they can be prepared. So
I think we should leave that up to the mayor or the
well,
ruler
yeah,
of the city.
obviously, but I'm saying we suggested it so that like they know, so they have some idea.
We may also be able to get some of our allies involved. Remember, the lizard folk have an investment here of merchandise as well as goods. The trade between the merchants and the lizard folk are also important to the lizard folk for the sake of food. They may be willing to provide protection to the village as well for future assassins to be removed from the equation. With the amount of water in the area, an aquatic species would give an advantage over a non-aquatic one, as far as being able to cover all of the angles of entry to the city.
That is a thing to think about. The assassins that came to us, they came on a boat.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to talk to the families.
Oh, it was like the size of a rowboat. Definitely not one for...
No, obviously, yeah.
Let's talk to the mayor first and let him know what's going on and suggest that we have some of the lizard folk help in the guard of the city.
Before we
if they
leave,
can.
should we check that rowboat, see if there's any kind of like maker's mark to see who made that boat? Maybe they know who
That's a good idea.
I'll say you guys.
Because it's still sitting there. There's no reason we would have gotten rid of it. It's a good rowboat.
No,
Okay.
it's a good rowboat.
For the sake of not making this like 5-session endeavor, why don't we do a group investigation check as you guys search around town or with your contacts to see what all you can find for hints on this and stuff. Those of you that want to use bribes, let me know, and let me know how much you're willing to spend in bribes.
You mean you don't want us spending episodes discussing our plan of action?
No.
But
I
isn't
mean,
that
we
our
could
shtick?
easily spend 40 episodes discussing our plan of action. Let's just fast forward that.
So are we just all rolling, or is it like one or two of us?
This is a group check.
No,
But those of
different
you
dice.
that are going to do bribes, depending on how much you're willing to spend, might get advantage, or the DC's lower for you.
21 for investigation on Sekald.
No bribes or nothing.
15
No bribes, no.
for Katie, no bribing.
Okay.
I got a rock.
You have to roll that
Same.
and get the number off of it.
I
there.
got a 6.
Actually, you know what I just realized is like my isn't like the. Oh no, it's never mind. It's for saves, not checks. Never mind. My aura does not help here.
No, yeah.
Just a 5.
Josul is going to, because he is not above bribery. He is going to bribe people, and he is going to spend
How
6 gold.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
would
say how
like
much
the bribe.
total. It doesn't mean you're giving like 6
6
gold to one person. It just means
No.
overall.
Yep. He is going to invest a total of 6 gold into the bribery of information because Josul knows that money talks.
Okay, I will give you advantage on your roll.
And that's
Reminder.
what kind of a roll?
Investigation.
Oh, the one I have no points in, of course.
Well, it's a good thing you bribed.
A straight intelligence check.
I thought Sekald would be doing a lot more investigation when I created him, so I've currently got a +9 in it.
Oh.
If you guys want to, because I know you'll probably want to get more into this, you can describe what each of you are doing, and this is just like the overall role for it all. If you want, you don't have to.
Yeah, like Abby's just talking to people.
Just random people, like you're just.
Well, like
As they're walking by the street, you're like,
no, like
do you
we're
know who
going
assassinated people?
No, like Abby is less. Yeah, Abby is going like
Have you seen
she's
The
going
Shank
to the
lately?
families of the people that were attacked. First, we're going to go talk to the mayor or whoever it is in charge and be like, hey, just so you know, this is happening. This is what these people look like, and here's the tactics that they used on us. And then go to the families of the people that were killed and be like, hey, what did you see? Can we see like the crime scene if you don't mind?
Do we have any like? Are we carting around like bits and bobs off of the one we got?
Yeah, sure. Want to?
Bits and
Like, I
bobs
did-
of what?
Of like identifying marks or clothing or shit like that?
I mean, I guess we could. We had 1 or 2 that were dead, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we could definitely like.
Yeah, they
bring-
had like they had a specific cloak color, didn't they?
It
Cloak
was,
and tunic.
no, it was like ninja blue, so like dark blue, so it's
Oh,
hard to see
okay.
them at night.
I
What
would
the
start
heck is-
hitting like the low taverns and like asking the bartenders, like, you seen these colors around?
They did have specific masks, if I remember correct. They all had matching masks, or the pair of them, anyways. Regardless, Sekald would actually be trying to track down any of Captain Zendros's contacts that he may have learned about or met along the way. I know there's the one druid not too far from town, but there may be other merchants in trade with Zendros that might be able to answer some questions.
Okay. Then we'll do this with each group one at a time. I got your group check on this, except for Josul. What did you get with your advantage?
The highest roll I got with advantage, because it's intelligence based, right,
Mm-hmm.
is 13.
Okay.
Because I have no ranks or proficiency in it.
I mean, you can't be proficient in everything, even if you're a rogue.
Right.
A bard can.
As
get
much
pretty
as I
damn
would
close,
like
though.
to. Yeah, I have a lot of them.
The so we'll start with Sekald actually. Sekald. So you start asking around. Zendros and her ship gone. She
Captain
left
Zendros.
at very, very early in the morning. Their ship did. And you went to investigate, like, didn't even really pack up much. And you go to her store, and you notice that it looks like it was ransacked. Just mess everywhere. You know that where she lived was in the second story above it.
Well, ransacked and trying to pack in a hurry to GTFO kind of have the same feel about them.
Yes, they do. It just
that
looks like
being-
it was in a rush. But something definitely seems off about it. Like empty crate, like knocked over on the side, like it knocked down. Stuff. Like it's a mess in there.
So I'm going to pull a maneuver that I really wish I had thought of beforehand from our Rhyme of Frostmaiden. I want to check the door and see if I can open it.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're
you can
fine.
open it.
I fucking died at the door. Don't get me wrong. It's PTSD.
Actually,
I will start checking.
The door
it.
was ajar, and it's probably the first thing that set you off. And you go in because you probably talked to somebody else who knew her, and they said she. They don't know. Normally, she's like opening the shop around the same time as them, and they noticed the store was empty, and they reported it to the guards. They thought somebody ransacked it. But you talked to other people, and it turned out that she left along with her crew. So it didn't look like there was a crime made here. But as you investigate with your investigation check, trying to get more information on the assassins and whatnot, as far as you guys know, this might tie into it. I know at least Abby thought that she had some kind of connection to it, because she just suddenly showed up when the assassination was happening at her house. You don't find any magic items, but everything else, like mundane item-wise, is still there. Of course, the papers that have the written, I keep forgetting what it's called, business
Ledger
is gone. So like the important things are gone, essentially. And you go upstairs, and you can see that like her bedroom's a wreck. And you do notice that there is a torn paint in the back.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well,
and when you look at the torn painting, you can see that it looks like a Sahuagin holding a trident with a humanoid's head on the end of it, like a pipe.
okay.
Looks oddly a lot like you. And they're standing on top of piles of dead bodies and skulls. Looks like a cover of Doom.
You
know, reddish orange sky,
but concerning.
Demon things in the background seem to be not in like fear or against the Sahuagin, but they seem to be like in awe, like looking up.
So. Okay, nobody else is here at the moment, right?
No, this is just you.
None of the party? Okay.
And not really technically splitting the party, but you guys are all going and checking. This is, by the way, this is multiple days. I just rolled. This is a week of investigating for all of you.
If we do a week,
the
we're
guy's
not
being
doing the
executed in
six.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
The
mind.
guy's being executed in 3 days.
Never mind.
Day.
Never mind.
This is like a rush.
All during the day. So this will be one day. If you
Yeah.
guys are fine with that, 24 hours. Is that okay?
We're hurrying.
Yeah, like Abby would want to go talk to the merchant.
The universe might have forgotten you guys were on a timeline.
What's her name? By like noon at the latest.
Okay.
I mean, if that timeline was 3 weeks instead of 3 days, then
Nope. It was already set.
No.
So.
It's a Rukia Kuchiki situation here. We got there with 2 weeks time, but then a week passed without us realizing it.
Got it.
Bullshit. I could draw a chart, but I don't think we have time for that.
Well, hopefully they don't get
I love Bleach. Don't get me wrong.
inspiration point for one, the Bleach reference, and two, that line, because I could totally see Sekald being like, I could make a chart on this, but I don't think we have the time.
we don't have the time.
Because you're the wizard, you know. Anyway,
Yeah.
So Sekald, that's what you get out of your investigation for Zendros. And
Okay. 2 things real fast.
mhm.
One, would I be able to mend as well as take the painting?
Give me an arcane check.
All right.
This is more just to see how well you mend it, to make it look as close as to unscratched as it was before. Because even when you mend it, like maybe the spots where it teared, it's kind of like in Photoshop where you get like that blur line between borders.
So with a +9 in Arcana, that makes 28.
Okay, you giving yourself plenty of time. This is probably what you spend most of the time doing. Actually, you fix the painting.
Cool.
The frame is still busted, but that's fine. You just roll the painting. The paint's all dry now.
Oh, rolling up the painting and putting it in my bag of holding is a much better situation than I was originally thinking of, trying to hide it from my friends as I walk through the fucking town. The other thing I wanted to double check to see if I could find a spare key so I could lock up the shop on the way out.
I'll say you do find a spare key. It was underneath the counter. Because you get so high in your investigation.
Nice. Well, I mean, that's all I can do at her shop, so unless I can glean something from any of her contacts or anybody else I can find that had business with her, that's all I got.
I guess you would also see quite a few spots where things are knocked over and stuff. You can see like nail scratches, like humanoid nails, like not nothing like a werewolf. It's not like huge claw scratches, but it's like someone was really angry, and maybe that's all this. So, Josul, what were you going to do for your investigation?
I am going to go to my same network of thieves that I normally talk to that were already looking into possible other like assassinations and whatnot that could be happening or that are going to happen. And basically, I'm going to ask them, like, do they have any idea where this might be coming from? Did the assassins all seem to come from like a specific city? Do we know if they're coming from what was that place called that's 3 days away? The Dirges, the Splurges, the Styes. Thank you. There was an S. I knew it was that part. And I'm going to, right, exactly. And I'm going to basically ask around that kind of information from them and try to get something from them in that sense, which is where the bribes came in, because Josul knows thieves aren't going to give information away for free. Mm-hmm. Because if you know something, why not make money from it? And so he basically asks around in that sense to see if anyone knows anything like that, or if anyone has any contacts in that sense.
Because I'm totally original, you probably know some agents of the Shadow Broker. One that probably deals with information, and they buy and sell information.
Yeah.
Usually secrets.
And Josul's willing to spend more if they have a secret. Mm-hmm. Don't think that 6 is my limit. I have money that we haven't done anything with at this point that nobody knows about.
But what you were able to gather with all of that from them, the information they were able to gather for you, was that whoever did this, it couldn't have been just like a small group. Like, this was a big organizational goal, because it happened to a lot of people. A few of the merchants that you talked to seem to be acting slightly different than they did before, and you're not sure if it's because maybe they mistrust you and think maybe you're part of this, or what, but it seems like their personalities are just slightly off. They just seem a little weird. And apparently these killings might have been something somebody was trying to do to like take over Saltmarsh.
I make
just find
note
no connections to like your vampire friend or anything like that. Like, nothing connects to the Craver's Code, which is odd.
So he was probably feeding off of the memories of the people from the city, and one of them happened to have been someone who knew something, and perhaps was someone who knew about what was going on or was aware of what was going on, since he feeds memories from people. So that basically is what Josul gets. He's also, since that's not as much information as I was hoping, and kind of along the lines of what I was already suspecting, I'm going to also hit up that wizard that we need to talk to about teleporting over to the Styes, and kind of hit him up and say, hey, can you mass teleport, or do you have a teleportation circle that's hooked up to the Styes or something? Can you get us over there and wait for us to come back so we can get back quickly?
Okay, I'll do that part after I go through everyone else's investigation.
Okay.
And if you guys wanted to do the same thing, like you all meet up at the Wizard's Tower, we can do that too. Why don't we go to Bryn? I see in Zoom that you rolled a dirty 20 on your investigation, but did you want to expand on that further? You don't have to. I can just give you some stuff.
Well, what were you planning? Because I was planning on going to that shady bar that I kicked a guy in the freaking face at.
Okay. We'll say you might have got some information, but it might have involved a guy losing his tooth to your knuckles. And apparently you learn that some shady people, no one knows who they are, were meeting at the buildings on the trying to remember where the Craver's Cove was at. Is that the west side of town? East side? The side of town where there was just all those abandoned buildings, and the Craver's Cove was one of them.
Craver's Cove area. I think it was the west side of town.
That had just deteriorated over time from the salt water being so close and no one taking care of it. So you hear about that, but you're not sure if that has any connection to this current predicament. But that's pretty much all the information you were able to gather from there.
Okay. I'm fine with that information. Is there no, how much is everybody else bribing people?
I think Josul's the only one.
I paid 6, but I'm willing to pay more. Nobody else bribed anyone.
Okay.
I have
And
no
so
money
far,
'cause
you've
we still
knocked
haven't
out
sold
someone's
anything.
teeth. And so far, you knocked out someone's teeth in order to get information. So you're the only one that chose the price of fists to get information. I used money, and everyone else is just like, hey, did you hear something? No? All right, we'll see you.
Bryn's not really the strength, so maybe it was just a threat of the blade to the throat. In a back
Yeah,
alley.
it's more of an intimidation kind of thing. She
Mhm.
probably wouldn't punch somebody in the. There's a dog.
Yeah, I was about to say, I heard it
outside.
echoing from your mic and from outside.
It was like, as I was talking, I was like,
I swear
what
that's the
is
same
that
dog.
sound?
Like,
Yeah.
that dog like, woke me up at 8. But anyway,
That's why I sleep with the box stand.
Let's go to Katie. Katie, do you do any investigation stuff?
Yeah, I think that Katie would go to where she's used to, which is, since she works at the docks, she's gonna inquire with anybody kind of, down there, her local friends and things like that.
You heard about a lot of them having restless dreams and how they'd have like headaches and stuff, and that seemed to disappear after these assassinations.
So before people got killed, people were having headaches and bad dreams. And now that people are dead...
Forgetting simple things like the key to their house. But it was only for like a brief moment. It would be like, where's my key again? Oh yeah, it's in my pocket. Stuff like that.
But since people died, they feel better?
Yeah, after that,
Since the
they've been
vampire
sleeping,
died.
They've been sleeping well, and been feeling like less foggy in the head. You're not sure what it is. They're like, maybe it was like allergies or something. They don't know.
Katie's not putting 2 and 2 together yet. But she will keep that information. Like, I need to talk to Abby about that.
And we can say you all predetermined that you were going to go to that wizard tower because you needed to find a way to get to the Styes thing.
I mean, that
Yeah,
makes sense that we would meet up there after.
Either the wizard tower or to talk to Aquamarine, or both.
Oh, and Josul, don't worry. If I see a fish that looks rather interesting, I'll ask them if they know anything.
I was waiting for you to be like, I go ask the squids and rats and squirrels if they've seen anything, and just go from there. Because
I was gonna ask the weasels, but they got blown up.
But the minute you said I asked people, I was like, who?
I forget. Can you only talk to animals?
I think it's sea creatures,
that
but
can swim.
It's sea creatures, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
So
try to
anything
remember.
that has a natural swimming ability, I can have very limited conversations with.
While you're at the docks, what did you get in your investigation?
15.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
While you're at the dock, and you were talking with those sailors and stuff, dock workers, a skyfish flies by,
Hey!
and you see one of the dock workers throw a rock at it because
Hey!
they are vermin, and you know this. They're tuna-sized fish with giant wings that will just eat up all the food. They like seagulls at the beach where they like steal people's food and shit.
Hey, survival of the fittest. If you can't keep your own lunch and they take it, that's your fault.
They're also the size of tuna.
Yeah, it's not a small creature. Tuna are about 500 pounds.
So the last thing you want is you're just walking by and it just like stupidly flies up because it gets startled by you and it smacks you in the face as it flies by.
A 500-pound rat slaps you in the face as it flies over and swims away.
Hey, we all gotta, we all gotta live, man. We all gotta live.
Right.
Did you want to talk with that one?
Oh yeah, I go after it to make sure it's okay. Somebody threw a rocket at it.
Okay, you see it go about 30 feet, and then it folds up its wings and it dives into the water. You see it, it was kind of spooked, and then it just stopped being spooked. And it, like, swims down, and you notice it go down into what, like, it just seems to start, like, dragging itself on the ground. You find that kind of weird when you realize that it actually has a nest of eggs, and it had made, like, a nest, and it was, like, helping bury them a bit more.
I'm gonna keep my distance from the nest, because, respect.
And it goes, like, and then you just see, like, this gross vom stuff that goes into the nest.
Well, okay, that's rather, fishy do as fishy do. Hi! Hello there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hello there.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Have you seen anything
My kids.
human-y around? I don't want to say fishy in this situation.
Fish? Fish,
No,
yes.
like-
Me fish.
Notice anything strange with the folks up above in your daily lunch quest?
They know like me. Get food for baby.
Yeah, they don't like you. I could bring you some food, though.
Food? It starts swimming up towards you. Food?
Oh, boy.
Mine?
Not small. Very big.
No, okay, so tuna, to give you an idea, maybe not exactly tuna size, but they're the length of a humanoid. So they're like 5-6 foot
Medium
long
sized
fish.
Do I know what these fly fishy things like to eat?
Anything. They're like omnivores.
They're scavengers.
They they don't eat humanoids. That'd be extremely rare. It would be like someone's dead and they're just like eating their dead corpse that's floating in the sea or something.
I guess I retrieve a hunk of cheese out of my belt pouch and just hand over a big old hunk of cheese.
Okay. It like hesitantly grabs it, and it's like, yes, food, yes, gross, but food, and it like takes it back over.
Hey, that cost me a couple silver pieces. All right, well, it's fine. Yep, I guess you're not going to be that helpful with what's going on up above.
What?
But all right.
More food?
I'll bring more food later. Friend. I give him a pat on the head before I swim away.
What? And you swim away.
Bye!
It seems to be about as smart as a bird.
Yep. I'll bring it more food another time. And I look at the guy as I sploosh back and land on the dock. I look at the guy that threw a rock and I'm like, you see that
like,
flying
seaweed on
fish? No. You see that flying fish you threw a rock at? Don't throw a rock at it. It's got babies, okay? Okay. I'm watching you. It's my friend, Bloop. Because I didn't ask its name. So we're calling it Bloop.
Those things have stolen a loaf of bread from me once, and that was my lunch.
I reach in my bag of holding and take out a loaf of bread and throw it at him.
I'm gonna roll to see if he grabs it. And that one, he fumbles with it and goes into the water.
Please tell me Bloop just takes it with them.
You see a few other fish just like...
Alright, I feel good about that.
Oh, you think you see a...
Just chuck it at him and walk away.
You know what? Roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Well, it's just not a French loaf. You could kill a guy with those.
Perception.
Why do you think they called it pain?
A 19 perception check.
Okay. You notice that it seems like a duck who comes over to swim up to eat the bread. And then you notice that it does not have wings. It in fact has a
Turtle duck.
Turtle dog.
and foam
Is this
behind
what-
it
is this
a
a
bunch of
turducken?
tiny little
No, it's a turtle
versions
duck.
of the same duck. And the
It
dock
takes
worker,
all-
different one, because this one doesn't like you. Says, "Oh, well, those are tortoise ducks. They're quite rare."
It's taken all Katie's willpower not to collect them and bring them home.
They'd be worth a pretty penny. Nobles very much like to have them as pets.
Check the Discord. If you think it's hard now, wait until you see this.
Feels like
I'm going to the- hold on.
Feels like I got a net. The guy that you threw bread at, and he's getting ready to cast the net out at the.
Oh no! If he's
mom
gonna
duck
try to catch him,
and
oh
her 3 ducklings.
no! If he's gonna try, if I see him going for them, it's like no, I gotta save them.
Roll
I'm
initiative.
gonna.
This is
I'm
one that
gonna-
Axel
yeah.
won't mind you making friends with.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Ooh, initiative plus. What's my
Oh,
initiative?
I should roll for the ducks.
25.
Okay, what do you do?
I'd like to try to
Ninja stars.
bag of
just-
holding.
take his net and scoop them up and then vominos across the water.
Okay, I'm not gonna go through the rest of it. So you just do that, and you're just Aang from Avatar, just like on top of the water.
Yeah, I like to think like you see Katie like grab the net before he can throw it, and then I just like hop down and it scoop, and then just run my full like key point, step of the wind, run on the surface, and like, sorry, you're not selling them to rich people. They're my friends. I'm
like-
gone.
She's like, and then you hear like everyone else just hears like in the net, but you hear like, "Hey, back off me! I'm gonna hurt you. You don't hurt my babies."
I'm saving you. Don't worry.
You know, and it's just really mad.
Animal friendship on the mom.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Don't you worry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm your new best friend.
Sorry, I need a roll check. What's your DC?
That's a very good question.
Should be based on your con, I think.
Yep, I've got it at the top over here. DC for it is 13.
I don't believe you. Ah.
That's fair.
Yeah,
We'll learn to
18.
like each
It
other.
rolled really high.
You know what? She's a mom, and I scooped up her babies. That's fair. Don't worry. We'll learn to care about each other.
That's what the fox says. Ah.
You know
It
a
doesn't.
fox? I want to meet a fox.
No, they eat my babies.
Ring
Oh,
ding
well-
ding 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 ding.
No, I'm not gonna eat your babies. Don't worry. We're going someplace safe.
Then let me go.
Not
Let's go
yet.
right
I
now.
will as soon as we're safe. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm scared.
Whee!
As the mommy's like pecking at your torso.
Yeah. She's trying to, but
Your
she's
arm.
she's in a net, so she can't. She's pecking at the net. Okay, so where do you take him?
Where do I think would be a safe place for them? Someplace near our house, preferably.
How about in our house?
I mean, if we have a place that we can keep them in our house, we're
The whole
totally
under
good.
half of the house is like an underwater
You're
cave.
proficient with nature, right?
I believe I am. Let's see. Nature.
There's a little dock. There's probably a nice shadowy spot under the dock you could hide. As long as Axel's not sleeping there, you're fine.
I'm not proficient in nature, but I do have a +2 to nature.
Normally he's slightly out into the bay a little bit when Axel's sleeping. If he's sleeping at the house, just like under the rowboat or something.
Yeah, like in a kelp hammock, man.
Roll-
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
me a nature
yeah.
check.
I know because I have to have my smuggling ships move quietly over top of him at night.
It's true. I got a 17 for a nature check.
Okay, you're
He
thinking,
just tucks himself up into the kelp beds.
Yeah.
you're thinking a spot for the ducks would not be good to have it out at the cave entrance because it's the ocean and it's crashing waves. That seems a little bit reckless, but if you go around the back where it kind of bends around and the water's a lot more calm, it'd probably be better over there.
That's where I'm gonna take them.
Where you
I'm
guys
gonna
fought
set 'em
this? Where you guys fought the snail thing that shot lasers at you?
Oh yeah, the laser
yes.
snail.
Death
That's
Snail
right.
Cove.
I missed
Did we
stuff.
kill that
Yeah.
thing, or is it still out there?
Oh, you definitely killed it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. I didn't remember killing it, so
I just remember.
Wait, no,
shooting,
death
like, a
snails are an
Dragon
actual
Ball-
thing, aren't they?
Yeah, death snails are a thing. It wasn't a death snail.
No,
No,
the death
okay.
snail is a snail with like a humanoid skull for its
Yeah.
shell.
Yep.
And I think they're Pathfinder.
Yeah, I think they are.
Mm.
That's gnarly. Anyway, sorry.
They might be like Monster Manual 5 in 3rd edition. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Any case. Yeah, so you take them there. And she's all flustered, but you're able to let them all go, and they do have relative safety over here.
I set them up with a little place on the shore too, so that they're completely, cozy.
Use your animal friendship to tell her you're gonna bring food. That
Oh,
way she
I
stays.
She returns.
What do I have in my bag? Would they eat the cheese? Or
Uh,
bread?
with
Oh,
that
I have
nature,
bread.
No,
with that
bad.
nature roll, you know that bread is not good for them.
Oh,
and
no bread.
That they usually eat vegetation like algae and stuff.
Oh, well, then I go collect a bunch of that.
In
Get him some
real life,
peas.
frozen peas.
Uh,
If you had Sekald nearby and there was a pea farm nearby, that might work.
I'm sure they would be happy with fresh pods.
Yeah.
I introduced them to my friend Jeremy the crab and my friend Ralph the clownfish too on the way.
Oh, they might eat Jeremy the crab.
I keep Jeremy at a safe distance.
For fair assumption, everyone eats Jeremy the crab, except, well, no. Jeremy's friends, other crabs also eat Jeremy. No, that's fair to say.
Okay. You notice that
It's the bottom of the food chain.
all of the ducklings, they seem to disappear as they all retreat into their little tiny shells.
Oh.
And you just see, like, at the front part of the shell, their beak fits perfectly into the front. It's like a perfect guard.
That's adorable.
And their webbed feet, like, block the back end.
For good reference, they were in Avatar: The Last Airbender as well, if you needed an animated appearance of them.
Might call them tortoise duck.
Right, to avoid copyright, because they were actually called turtle ducks in that, so tortoise duck is not the same thing. The shell's different.
Yeah, it's a not so subtle thing I got the idea
Right.
from. But
Legally
anyway,
Right.
distinct.
yeah, legally distinct tortoise
Yes.
waterfowl.
A tortoise is not a turtle. They are
Tortoise
completely
goose.
different creatures.
Tortoise goose sounds way more like
Tortoise
Offensively
goose
minded.
sounds kind of scary.
yeah.
A shell duck.
An armored
Crap.
goose sounds like a problem.
Sounds like a damn dinosaur.
Right. Honk, stab.
Or could you imagine like an ankylosaur, but with a gooseneck?
Yeah, right. It's just scales and a goose head.
But they
Toothy beak.
the mom
Real-
is very flustered with you. She takes all of her kids and they're like on her back, and she's just like as fast as she can go into the water away from you once you set her free. But when you're leaving and stuff, you can see that she's already getting comfortable there, at least for the most part. They're like going into they're in like the shallows, and she's already getting them. So
We'll be friends soon. No worries. Yeah, that's what I do with my day of investigation.
just Josul would know that they would sell quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I probably mentioned them because I'm Katie, but maybe not right away.
All right, so
Turtle ducks, you
do
say.
all of you want to meet at Aquamarine's shop, or did you guys want to meet at that weird tower?
I mean, we could do one and then the other.
Yeah, let's do Aquamarines first and then the Wizard's Tower. That makes sense.
Yeah, he was a little bit abrupt with us last time.
All right, you head over to Aquamarine's shop, and you notice
I really
that
hope that they're still alive.
she's putting up the light blue papers up on buildings, and it says, "Help, a missing pet. Please help me find Shelly." And you see a picture of a duck with a turtle shell.
Son of a bitch.
You kidnapped a turtle duck.
Willing to pay 50 gold reward.
50 gold, you say? Did Shelly happen to have kids?
We know that Katie
Katie
adopted-
mentioned it right up.
Oh, okay.
Not right. No, probably not right away.
Not right
so
away. It's just-
Okay.
That's what you come back to see, Katie, as
Oh,
you're all
got it.
meeting up. And she's like, "Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hey, did you want to get anything from the shop? You haven't been here. I mean, I was really hoping that you guys would come here and see the shop often, but you guys never ever come here."
Yeah, we've been really busy lately. Are you missing like a duck or
Yeah, I've been a little bit blue.
normal? All right. So the thing that we were looking for is
Jesse's looking escape.
He's
He's like, no.
I know it's expensive, but we are looking for a scroll of teleport, perhaps, or
Oh.
maybe if you know the spell and we could pay you to do it for us.
Oh no, I'm just an apprentice. Well, let's see. What do I got here? Let's see. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back to my shop. See what I got. And you guys head back to her shop, which is across the way from Zendros' shop. And of course, everything's blue, some shade of blue.
Yeah,
Maybe not all the items are, but that are for sale. But you know, she has, or maybe her investor has not spared any expense on blue paint for this shop. Maybe it's not like super oversaturated blue, like a certain pair of bed sheets you guys found, but it's all blue. In any case, you see that she has the following for sale. And
She said she was an apprentice.
Yes.
Who is her master?
Oh, Resnet.
Yeah.
Of course.
You'll know it's Dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know his real identity.
I'm just imagining how Pezandar doing the.
Yeah.
Do they even have eyelids? I'm trying to
Yeah, I'm sure they.
trying to remember if they do or not.
Huh? Now that I'm thinking,
'Cause they're
about it, I'm not sure
amphibians,
either.
but they're mostly water based.
Yeah.
The Axiotals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they blink?
Do they? This one does.
Yes, we'll say these do. In any case, you see that she has the following, like they're not on display, but she does have like pictures of them and the names and prices in common. So you see a blue bag of tricks for 270 gold, a magical shield, and you can see that it seems to have design of a blue jay on the front of it for 270 gold, plus one shield. Potion of healing, greater potion of healing. So the potion of healing is 45, the greater potion is 135. An Eye of Minutesy for 270 gold. A spell scroll of anti-magic field, which is what she was looking at. She's like, nope. And something that just it seems to be a picture of a vial with some kind of white, non-opaque substance in it, and it's called Universal Solvent. And the price tag on it is 22,500 gold.
Buy me.
And you notice the wooden sign, like they're like tiles that look like she can just like move them when needed. That one has it like gold in the engraved parts, just to show how expensive.
Okay. All right. What does the bag of tricks do? It just says it's a bag of tricks. What kind of tricks does it do?
Oh well, let's see here. Pulls up my guide. What we got here is it actually summons little animals, but they're random. You pull out a little fuzzball and you throw it out, and then you get a little animal companion that's your friend for a day.
How much is it?
270 gold.
I buy it.
Okay, let me. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to send you all straight up copy paste, and then pin it maybe. Okay, so do you pull one out and throw one?
Probably.
Okay, roll me a d8.
Lord.
She's like, wait, no, do that outside as you throw it.
6.
Oh, good, perfect. So as you throw out this, it looks like there's nothing inside, but when you pull it out, it's of course a tiny little blue fuzzball. And when it lands, it seems to just kind of like expand and just rapidly change into this weird looking hawk that seems to almost have like a shark-like face on it. And instead of like hawk tail, it has like a shark tail on it.
Whoa.
And it goes, ah, ah. And it looks over at you.
It's a shock.
I love it.
And it like flies over and perches on your shoulder.
I'm so keeping this.
We'll say it has like the face of a nursery.
I just look around at everyone. I have a bag to make little friends every day.
Yeah.
Was there
You
anything else I
happen
could
to
do? Oh, yes, the scroll. Well, I can let you know who, though. And I can request one from him. But it would take a few days to...
Yeah, I was gonna send him a message maybe if you guys didn't have anything. We're gonna check with one of the other wizards in town, see if he has anything.
Oh, okay.
But
You sure
you
don't want anything else?
look over to Josul. I don't know how much money we have. I'm still broke, my man. We've been in town for like 6 hours sticking around. Didn't we say last time that we were gonna have some
Master
Master
Resnet said you guys are a bunch of adventurers, right? Did you have any treasures you needed to sell? Because I do have the authority to be able to buy things.
Well, that's the thing. We do have a lot of treasures to sell, but we have to be somewhere for an emergency in 2 days. And we don't have time to wait for them to be sold.
Well, the idea would be that she would probably buy them from us and sell them herself.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what she wants to do.
Or we just give them to her and she holds on to it until somebody buys it and then she gets part of the cut and we get the rest.
Well, usually Master Resnet puts it into his treasury.
Well, some of this stuff we have to sell was from Master Resnet's treasure, so maybe you sell it.
No, it wasn't from his because the only thing he took from there, that wasn't his, like when we went to get those sheets, that wasn't his house or anything. It was just a thing.
No, he gave us a bunch of stuff that we can't use that I have that I took that he gave to us after one of our adventures.
She might be able to sell it to somebody else.
Maybe somebody in the city will buy it or some other adventurers.
Yeah.
Well, we have this squirrel saddle.
Is it blue?
No.
I look at it. Is it blue? No, but it could be painted.
You do see she has a little sign on the counter that says, "Sell us anything blue, and you'll get a increase in trade."
I have this metal mask.
Everybody looks in inventory like, shit, do I have anything blue I can try to rip off on this lady?
I have a metal mask that changes expressions to fit the expression on your face.
Ow.
So, can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
How hard would it be to use prestidigitation to make it look blue for a while?
It's only going to last a minute.
Not hard at all, but this is a magic user at Magic.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. Fine.
I like the idea, though.
I also have... I'm just going to list these things off, and you can just rattle off what the prices are. So we got the squirrel saddle. We got the metal mask that changes expressions with yours. We have a ceramic pot that emits smoke every 30 seconds. 30 minutes. There is an egg-shaped thing here that freshens the room, and I don't know why it hasn't stopped freshening the room.
Okay.
I have this weird collection of odd dice. Actually says polyhedral red dice. So I have a 500 gold piece pink pearl.
Okay.
I have a chalice made from an old tin cup covered in barnacles.
Okay.
I have a wardrobe filled with the musty nobleman's clothes. A bit of laundering and they'll be fine. And I have a coral circlet of strange origin.
I have a coral circlet.
Oh yeah, nobody knows what it is or what it does, and we have no idea where it came from.
Well, if it was magic, then we could have cast Identify on it. I know that now.
I don't know exactly what that does, but Master Resdat has one of those. That is very dangerous.
No, it's not the same one.
Got off some Kuotoan.
It's definitely not the same one.
Oh no, definitely not. I'm trying to remember what he said. I don't remember exactly what he said. I just remember him being upset because it was orange.
Maybe that's why he gave us this one.
No, this was not from that. It was from the vampires.
You hear an audible groan
No,
from Sekald.
No, I know. I saw the circlet, and I have a pile of crap in my inventory that came from him. So how much do I get for all that garbage?
Okay. Let's see.
Admittedly, some of it is literal garbage, but just soul kept it.
I will buy all of that off of you for 750 gold.
Sounds like a deal to me. Anyone else have a problem losing those items?
Nope.
I'm concerned about the circlet.
Well,
But
not the
you could
circlet.
sell it.
The circlet? Are you sure you want to sell that?
Is it magical? I don't even know if it was magical. I'm not that kind of spellcaster.
Oh well,
I
since
can
you're
cast.
since you're good friends with Master, I can cast Detect Magic on it for you.
Yeah, that'd
Or
be
maybe-
great, because
or
I don't
maybe
even know if it's
identify?
magical. I don't know if we have time for Identify.
Identify literally takes 10 minutes, bro.
Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm used to it taking an hour per level of the magic item, like 3.5.
Yeah, no, it's 10 minutes in a round if you decide to do it as a ritual. If you do it as just
Got it.
spending a spell slot, it literally takes 6 seconds.
Got it. Hey, that's much better than 3.5, where it was, I need to identify this artifact 1 month later. I know what it does now. I've almost starved to death, but I know what this artifact does.
Oh, sorry, it's a minute. But still.
No, identify is fine then. If it's magical. Maybe checked if it's magical first.
Oh. Okay. Excuse me for just a moment. I'll be right back. And she takes it and she goes into the back and she casts the Identify. You know what? While she's back there, there are other things she has for sale, but those are the main things. If you guys want to look around, you can roll a d100.
Yeah, sure. 62.
Okay. You see that she also has sell. There's like a bin. It's just like a bargain bin. 1 gold each. And you pull out a false eye from the bin made of wood with tiny teeth marks all around it.
Weird.
All these are blue, by the way.
Of course.
That's
Maybe
one of the
not
9
completely
pieces-
blue, but like the eye part is blue.
That's one of the 9 pieces of 8. Somebody grab that real quick.
I rolled an 83.
Okay. 83, you see a shriveled up blue hand.
Ew.
Got like claws and stuff. Looks very haggish.
Yikes. What is
Rolled
it with
an
my
86.
characters and hags?
86. Normally it would be a bright orange origami boat, but this is a bright blue origami boat. And
Yes,
the paper
I
seems
pick up the.
and the paper seems water resistant.
Oh, I pick up the origami boat. I'm gonna buy this.
It's 1 gold.
All right, now I got $868.
Yeah, did we divide that money, the 750, evenly?
I didn't yet. I just put it in party loot for now.
She also technically, well, whatever. She's paid you. I was gonna say she technically hasn't paid you yet, but it doesn't matter.
I haven't divided it yet.
Yeah,
I just put
because
it into
we
the party
haven't-
loot.
I haven't gotten gold in so long that I am in debt. Like, I owe Scott for stuff I bought for the school because we haven't gotten gold in
Yeah,
months.
we haven't gotten
in
any
uni-
gold in a
like,
long time.
Right, in
Right.
real world. I haven't gotten gold
She's
in like
just
6
sitting in her
months.
shire house and just like ding dong, opens the door and just like some thugs with like a spiked club.
And then she
We's
proceeds to
here
kick
to
their
collect
ass.
your debts.
These some of the teachers. We formed a union.
Lights them off with a spectral frying pan.
Yeah, exactly.
Frying pan.
Anyway,
21 for shopping.
21. You find a book crystallized by bluish salt. Seems like sealed shut by the salt.
Is there a label on this thing?
It's hard to tell. Like you can't even see like what the front cover is. It's just
No, I meant like
super
in
crystal.
the shop. Is it
No,
tagged
this
with
isn't.
anything?
This isn't like a bargain bin. Where you guys are just
Oh,
like
boy.
digging through and you just pull something.
Well, does it look like I can get it open without breaking it?
I mean, it's covered in salt, so.
Right, but that's what I mean.
Do
It's
you
like,
think Axel would be able to find a way of opening it without damaging it?
well, I would like to at least look at it a little closer to see if it seems like it's like one solid salt book brick, or if it has the ability to open without.
It's almost like a geode of salt, but you can tell that on the inside is a book.
I don't know. Like I don't know. Can I make an Arcana check? I guess.
Yeah, sure.
See if I can recognize this. 17.
It's hard to tell anything from it. You're thinking maybe it ended up this way via magical means, considering the book seems to be preserved in the salt. But besides that, you're not really able to discern much else.
Huh. I don't know.
Maybe the pages are preserved inside.
I don't know opening it if it's gonna break it.
You think that maybe with some like, if you're very gentle with water, or if you're like chisel it very carefully.
Would mending restore it to its previous status?
I mean,
It's
mending
not
might
apart.
just make it a blank page.
Yeah, it's not broken
true.
apart.
Yeah, mending's for the opposite problem.
Oh, got it. It's not broken, it's just musty. Would prestidigitation clean it up and make it pretty again? Me no know how magic worky.
Yeah, like if it's age, then it
Can-
wouldn't do it.
can-
If it's literal just dirt, then maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
prestidigitation I
salt
think
crust.
specifies like dirt.
Yeah,
Got it.
it can't turn back time because otherwise it's like, oh no, these amazing ruins. What a shame that all of this perfect, like necessary information is
Right.
broken.
Pull out the
Be like,
Eye of
excuse me, here's
Akimoto.
my 0 level spell that I can cast unless the cows fucking come home all day long.
Yeah.
I think I'll just wait until.
Too bad we don't have an Eye of Akimoto. We could just reverse time on it.
Axel,
Yeah.
roll me insight, actually.
Okay.
It might just be a holy book of Procan
30-20.
Hey,
because it's salty.
it's just salt, right? Maybe if you just have it in your mouth, the salt will dissolve.
Is this like a Squid Game book? What? I mean, how big is the book? It's like
I mean,
doggone
but
it.
your face is like this wide.
Yeah, I know, but like I also didn't really want to get
Your
into
mouth
this-
is probably wide enough a dictionary could fit
It's a
in
small
Thank you.
book. It looks like it's maybe like the size of like a little journal.
I think I would just as soon walk it into the ocean. But yeah, I think Axel will wait until Aquamarine has a chance to come around so he can just ask.
You notice her coming back very carefully with a circlet, and she just like sit down on the counter, and she's
I-
like,
Take it from your ginger use of time that is indeed something magical.
yes, and I cannot buy it. Resnet might buy it.
I take it that it's not something good then.
It can control a siege crab that's worth 25,000 gold.
Where would this siege crab be?
But it's linked to each one of these is made by a high priestess of Cohen.
Okay, so we'll have to call.
Does it
Resident
have any
for that.
effects if you use it?
It controls the siege crab, but you would need to be near it.
Maybe we'll find a siege crab this will work on. That might be useful. Josul picks it up. Okay.
Katie is over Josul's shoulder. You see the big eyes, and you can see the thought bubble. Giant friend.
Not a
A
friend.
siege crab. So it looks like this, and she knows she like pulls out some like paper, and she has like a brush with, and she has like a little bit of paint, and it's of course you just see like her
Alright,
paint collection, and it's just
we-
of shades of blue, and she just like really quickly tries to make a visual
All
for
right,
the siege crab.
y'all. It is noon. If we do not leave tonight, we're not getting there before that guy dies. Or if we don't leave, like, very soon.
Oh, I know.
We have 3 days to get there. As it is, we're going to be riding through the night.
Right.
So it's really hard to tell, but it looks like a very big crab, and you see like a little stick man next to it for size.
Would one consider this crab huge, perhaps, if such a size category would be defining?
It looks gargantuan, and it seems to have 4 claw arms.
Would one say this is perhaps colossal if such a size could exist? It doesn't, but
no.
we'll say that it does.
No, but it's like the size of like a ship.
Oh, it's about the size of a ship.
Gargantuan.
Got
You
it.
can see like poorly drawn, and she's like, again, and then there's like some weird compartment thing here, and she like drew like a square on its belly. Poorly. I rolled really bad.
All right.
Corey,
Would the crown tell me how far away the siege crab is?
I don't think so.
It's not cursed, is it?
No. Actually,
I can take it off if I put it on.
I wouldn't know with identify. So maybe.
Corey like climbs out of my hat.
Well, I don't want to know if
and,
it's.
like, onto
Don't
the
want to put it
table
on
and,
if it's cursed.
sits
I don't
on
know
the
if-
drawing.
Can anyone remove curse?
Tomorrow.
Okay. I won't try it until tomorrow then.
Hang on, let me make sure I can.
I could try it on. I don't care if I get cursed.
Well, I care if you get
Well, I don't
cursed.
care if I get cursed either,
Okay,
but
Okay,
Since
guys.
since she cast identify on it, I'm just gonna read for
Yeah,
you
that
word
would-
for word what the magic item is.
It would tell,
Oh.
yeah, identify would tell you if it's going to curse you or not.
It does.
I think. I'm
if
pretty
the
sure.
item, well,
It
if it's
kind-
part
it
of the
kind
item,
of-
I suppose.
That
Yeah.
kind of ruined the point of the curse.
Well,
would,
okay,
but that's
so
the point.
I thought the point of curses was to trap unwary adventurers who didn't have the good sense to figure out what it was
It-
first.
Well, the
it's
other
not.
thing
It's
is-
not.
Identify.
It's not
yes.
cursed. It's not cursed. Don't worry. So this circlet of coral is made to be used to control siege crabs. You can use your action, looks at the camera, to give a siege crab commands when the crab is within 120 feet, which the crab carries out to the best of its ability. You can see through the siege crab's eyes and hear what it hears at the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the siege crab has. During this time, you are deaf and blind, without regard of your own senses, kind of like a familiar. If you are located within the siege crab's shielded compartment while attuned to this item, any spell you cast any spell that you cast that's ranged, so anything beyond self or touch can be targeted as if the spell was originating from the crab itself.
Ooh.
Once you use this ability, you must rest though, so you can only do like one spell at a time. Like you would want to save it for like I remember one casting like in a story resting.
So I looked it up, and you're right. Identify wouldn't do it. But also, like, we shouldn't just put this shit on because 1, we don't know if it's useful, and 2, if it is cursed, I can't get rid of your curse, and we don't know what a curse might do. It could be like, oh no, you have bad breath for a week, or it could be you turn into an evil person and try to stab your nearest friends.
Give it to Katie.
Right, but if I put it on tomorrow, you'll be able to remove that, right?
I can tell you that
Yeah.
Resnet
Well, then I
thought-
won't put it on until tomorrow.
Resnet thought these were one of a kind. This might be from the same Kuatone. This could be
Maybe.
troublesome. But considering it's not in their hands anymore, all for the better.
Which is why I was going to try it on. Maybe the siege crab's nearby.
Hear Godzilla noise in the distance.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe someone just mistook it as coral in the sea bay, and it's just hiding out in the dock. Puts on, dock stands up. Oh, whoops, sorry guys, I didn't know that was parked there.
So you guys know, out of character, the siege crab originally was going to have monster stats, but since I've been working on this guide so long and they came up with actual vehicle types and stuff, it's now a vehicle.
That's awesome.
It's a living
I-
vehicle.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
So, do we want to
Okay,
go over?
Also, it's from a previous edition. I didn't come up with siege crab.
Do we want to go
Remember.
over and talk to your master, Sekald?
Really want to, but at this point, we don't have much of a choice.
Yeah,
It's
their
our only
option
hope
is
of
just
teleporting.
ride through the night.
Yeah.
Even if we do, we're not going to make it.
Well, if we ride through the night, we should, because I assume the 3 days would be like a normal day's worth of riding. If you do the like, there's like normal pace and fast pace. If you do fast pace, we could probably make it.
I could also bolster that with gust and wind spells, but
Can I roll to see if I remember any like?
Oh yeah, that's the question. If we're that was like if we're going on foot. I don't know, on a ship. You're just at the mercy of the wind.
I was gonna say, could I roll to see if I remember like any like
Which we
particular
can
oceanic
control thanks to
currents
Sekald.
or like little jet streams that might be of use to us, speeding us on our way? Even like sub-oceanic paths.
And I'm
like-
going to say these are ideas we're kicking around while we're walking towards the
Yes.
wizard's place, because either way, we need someone to get us there right now. And if the wizard can do it, this is our best option.
Yeah.
We'll kick around these as like background ideas.
Yeah.
That's kind of Josul's take on it.
Okay.
I agree that we should have other options of transportation, but we need to make sure we're using the wizard first, because that's going to be instantaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get to Kelidek's tower. That 3-story tall tower on the edge of town. And Sekald does the secret password to alert him of their presence at the door, because there's no door handle or anything. And he answers the door, and he has a dusky colored skin. He's bald head, wears a bright red silk turban, and I like to think that he looks like he didn't sit, but in dusky skin, because he gives that same like foreboding stare of authority at you all. He's also 7 feet tall. I know he's not the tallest out of all of you here. He's very tall for a
He's huge compared to me and, the halfling.
Abby. Yeah.
Because we're the shortest people in the party.
You seek teleportation. Come. He like turns around.
Josul looks concerned, but follows. It's knowing what we want before we even ask.
I mean, we have a tendency of running into people that know that.
Probably, yeah.
You think this one's going to try and kill us too, Abby?
You, Sekald, you remember when you were his apprentice, that he just seemed to know things about town, but you never see him in his tower. I think maybe there's some magic he's doing.
I was just making fun of the situation and calling out Kat to see if she thinks this one's going to try to kill us like she thinks Zendros is trying to.
Syndros hasn't done any shady shit, or he hasn't done any super shady shit other than knowing things, which so is the fucking vampire. And everybody was like, he might know something useful. Anyway,
the one called Zendros.
We're not coming back to that argument. Anyway.
We're still discussing the fucking vampire.
It's time to stop beating a dead vampire.
Phrasing.
I don't know if you recall us. I'm Abby.
I know who you are. I
Awesome.
know who all of you are. The heroes of Soul. You have slayed the vamp. Or has no one found it soon?
I'm surprised you knew about it. I kind of thought he had just been forgotten about. Nobody else had ever heard of him.
Most things are forgotten when buried.
Valid.
But you
True
received a
statement.
way to the Styes to make it before
Yes.
someone meets their end.
You are very knowledgeable.
Exposito, the wizard.
I am not the only one who has been using divine magic. You should be wary of what you say. As he waves his hand, and you notice that on the stone floor, we'll say you're up on the second story, where his like library and stuff is, where it was just like a seemingly open space where there's no furniture. On the ground, a arcane ring of light appears, and like green.
Who else was watching us? The vampire?
He just like he never seems to really blink, having that instant stare, and he just looks at you, and then he just uses his hand to show you the ring. This will take you to the stuff, but you'll have to find your own means to come back.
That's actually super helpful.
That works.
Yeah. Have we gotten a chance to talk? Because I mentioned, like, for the first half of the day, first thing Abby wanted to do was go talk to the town leadership, and then maybe talk to the families. Did we have time to do that or not?
Yeah. Did I not go over that with you?
No.
We must have skipped that page.
Yeah.
Essentially, you find out that whoever was doing this, it seems to be some kind of coup. And it's hard for you to gather anything specific because everyone seems to think everyone else is trying to assassinate each other. There's a lot of doubt.
Well, awesome. I don't care who is trying to assassinate who, but here are the stuff that they were doing, and here is how to protect yourself best from it. And fine, you don't trust anybody, but at least take precautions.
And that's pretty much what you figure out.
Well, I mean, like, we could head out now,
We might as well.
do that, and get back as soon as we can.
Yep. The sooner we can stop the execution, the better.
It's gonna... We're gonna have to come home the long way, because we're not gonna be able to take our ship. Well, we might be able to find somebody there that we can hire to sail us back home.
You know,
There'll be someone who transports something.
for the sake of convenience to Sol, she gives you. Let me get a calculator real quick. It was 750 gold, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah, it
gives
would
you
come
that
to-
in sapphires, big enough to be worth 50 gold each.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm,
All right.
I'm
Okay,
doing the
50
math right now.
Would it be 25? Because if we split it evenly between the 6 of us, that's 125 gold.
Hey, Abby.
Let's do that because then it will be 30 sapphires. And that can be split evenly.
How far away is the Styes by
So how
boat?
many sapphires would we get each then?
30 divided by would be 5.
Okay, thank you.
And they're worth 25 each.
All right, everyone gets 25 gold piece sapphires.
Ooh, pretty.
You can just put another 125 gold. That's just more for the sake of you guys aren't carrying like 50 pounds of gold.
I think Axel's thinking what I'm thinking.
What are you guys thinking?
If we send the ship,
Jess,
but we
send-
travel faster, the ship could be there in a
Oh.
few days to pick us up.
We send the crew
Yeah.
with the seagulls to just sail along the coastline.
But,
That could work,
but
yeah.
you
Yes,
guys
and-
make up the bassoon, the first mate, and the captain.
Just well, we can allow the
Yeah, we
second
can
mate to try
hire-
and we could just let the second mate try and student drive a little bit.
If only somebody knew some sailors that they could recruit for this last minute mission.
I work on the docks.
Oh, Callie knew where I was going.
I'm teasing. I know you mean Bryn. But Katie would throw that out there.
Bryn, go
Oh.
slap some people around and get us a crew.
Fine.
It's just like you, and you on the ship. It goes over here, or that happens. Everyone's like,
What's-
okay.
Okay,
What's
Bryn.
the name of that place that I hate going to?
The Styes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The empty net.
But the empty net.
Mhm.
I kick open the door at the empty net and I like slam my arm against the wall like an anime character.
The chatter goes, and then it's silent. And you got everybody's attention.
Do we really want to Shanghai somebody to run us a boat up to where we want them to be? Shouldn't
Rest
we like?
assured, if
maybe,
she's
like,
taking
feed
care of
them
it,
well?
it's taken care of.
All right.
Anyway,
Where's Slim?
No.
no one seems to be loosening their lips. But you do see some cold sweat on their brows. They're not looking your direction. And just like pretending to keep their own mind and drinking their drink.
I walk in. I am like very nonchalantly, like I have my thumbs in my pockets, and my billowing captain cape, not cape, but jacket is just like behind my elbows as I tip my hat.
Skinny looking Caucasian fellow. His hair is actually messed up a bit, as you can see, like claw mark scar. So like some of the hair isn't growing on his scalp. And he's got like shaggy hair and hasn't shaved. And he's like sees you coming over and he's like, "Oh, come on, man."
Like how the default punch bag of every campaign is a pirate named Slim.
No, this isn't Slim.
No, there's a different one every time. This is the third Slim. I know of.
If I look
No,
at
I mean this
the
isn't
corner
the
of-
Slim from earlier.
That's
I know.
not Slim, that's Jim.
At the corner of my eye, I see this man. And he's an easy target. So I go over to him.
Roll me intimidation at advantage.
That's funny. That was cocked. Hang on. Ah!
You just get in your shape and do that.
Ah! Come on. It landed on a natural 20 on the ground. Okay. Intimidation,
Mm-hmm.
28.
Oh man, Slim's gonna kill me, and he just points upstairs.
I pat him on the head. Then I go upstairs.
It's sweating. As you're creaking up the stairs, you see that door. There's like places to stay, like different rooms, right? And you can hear like giggling in one of the.
Scotty, I like to think that somewhere on another rooftop, two people are looking and trying to see what their friend Slim is doing.
You hear Slim on the other side. Like, I'm busy here. The door looks pretty weak, easily able to be opened if need be.
Would it be a strength roll or
Yeah, it'll just be strength. Okay.
Easily opened? So not that you're telling me it's not that high. Okay.
Yeah. This is a shitty bar. They don't do like any maintenance.
I kick it open with a 13.
Okay, the door slams open, and you can see that Slim and some random lady are both naked.
I don't give a shit. I live with
And he's
pirates.
like, "Oh shit!" And you see him like hurriedly go to grab like his weapon that is still in its sheath at the bed side, and he's like he grabs it and looks like he's going for the window as we roll initiative.
Did you take anybody with you, or are you just...
Oh,
No,
she did not.
No, this is during
Nope.
your guys' everybody
You love to
investigating.
solo Slim, huh?
I was just like, go regular Suffolk crew. And she's like, all right, and takes off.
We'll see like a lot of this stuff before the Wizard's Tower. Like even this you like discussed earlier in the day. 'Cause you guys had a whole
If
day to
this
do
Slim gets beat up, this will make 2 of 3 Slims that we have ruffled up at some point in campaigns to
I
fit the
literally,
running
like-
gag.
I hit this dude with a crossbow at disadvantage like
Happened to a Slim
4
Jim.
weeks ago.
Our Slim saved us using a crossbow.
That was not before we accidentally tricked him into betraying his crew.
Correct.
He also stole his hat.
Yeah, we
And
stole
cast
his hat
friends on him, and
tricked
when
him to betray his crew.
when he realized that I had cast friends on him, I ran away from him and hid in a pickle bucket.
Terrible.
Yes, you did.
22.
Okay. Oh, what do you do? This is combat rolls.
He's naked.
He's naked and he's getting ready to. He's got his weapon technically,
So he's not wearing
but
armor.
he's not wearing armor.
I'm sorry, I
So
love
he's
you,
not-
Callie.
But I don't.
So
But
he's
that's not.
not
You didn't
wearing
come here to
armor.
kill him. You didn't.
I know
come
I
here.
didn't.
So, I don't think you're gonna pull out the shark tooth blade on him. Yet. Oh, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna roll.
If he
I'm gonna
stabs
roll
you,
for
that might
this.
be a different problem. That might change.
Okay. You don't need to know what I rolled for, but
All right. I like tip my hat to the lady, and I
Roll me a
throw my
persuasion
shark
roll.
tooth. Okay. Well, before I do that,
M'lady.
M'lady. Persuasion.
or just charisma.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
That's I rolled an 8 and I have a plus 12.
She doesn't. She doesn't look scared of you.
Wink.
I say I'm not gonna here to hurt you, you lazy parasite. Just sit your your lily white ass back on the bed.
Just so you know, I rolled average. Since you mentioned Willie.
I don't give a shit.
Roll me,
Get back on.
roll me persuasion.
Ooh, I believe it's a 26. Yeah.
Okay, you're thinking he is going to stay not because he's suddenly taking a neutral stance to you, but more of you seem to have persuaded him in the sense of like, you're so nonchalant about this that he's not going to get away. So he just gave up.
Say,
What? I don't have your money.
I'm not looking for money. Actually, I came for a deal for you, actually. How would you like to get back in my good graces and make some money for yourself? This is a win-win situation for you. If you open your mouth and say, what's in it for me, I will stick my sword down your throat. So
My throat down your sword. Wait, what?
yeah,
That's what she was
she
doing.
doesn't say that.
That's what she was doing. Andy.
Does he say that?
No. Because you didn't say that.
That's what you said that?
Yes, because I'm being stupid. Also, for those that don't know, in our was that Chaos Crew, technically? Jeanette?
I believe so. Yep, back in the
When I
day.
was playing Slim, this happened. He was in the middle of having a girl going down, and one of the party members, Tarzan, swinged into the window to make sure he was okay, because he thought Slim was in trouble.
Well, there were assassins after Slim.
That's hilarious.
And yeah,
It was
yeah, and
really
he's
funny.
and Slim's reaction was, "Get down! I mean, get down further."
2, 3 Slims were stopped in the middle of something.
This is like an alternate universe version. It's like the same Slim you knew, just like
There are
me
so many
playing him as a
Slims.
player.
Yeah, his backstory was our Slim.
Yeah, it was the exact same.
Oh,
Even
you could write a whole novel on the multiverse of Slim.
Jeanette, he even saved somebody from an intellect devourer with a crossbow bolt shot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we go back to this Slim the Third, Slim Boogaloo, and
Slim too.
he's like, "What's the?"
If you steal this ship, I will separate every appendage from your body,
Do you
except for your head.
do you do like a slight glance down so he knows what you mean by that?
I absolutely do.
Okay. You don't need to roll into it.
To the pain.
And he's like, okay. And he doesn't seem like scared. He just seems like surprised that you're giving him this option. And he's like, when would you need me? As he just remembers that he's naked and he gets it that sheet. It's over.
Why does it matter at this point?
It's a bit cold.
I need you in about 2 hours, and
2 hours?
without
he like
Yeah, is
finishes
that
the
enough
and he
time?
finishes like the whiskey that he had. It's like a
Like
third
he
of it
needs
left.
longer.
I look at the girl that he was with and I say, I'm sure that's more than enough time to finish.
Well, he only paid for an hour. Would you like to help extend that?
No. I don't think anything needs to be extended.
Oh. See, it's moments like these why I really like that I put the mature check on the stream. This stuff's great.
I didn't say anything. I need you in 2 hours to meet me at this place. And
The Sea Ghost is the name.
this, yeah. Well, I don't tell him what it's called. I just tell him where to meet me. Wait,
is he meeting you at the Wizard's Town?
I assume at the docks.
Yeah, the dogs.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I need you. What did we need? We needed a captain, a first mate, and
A repairman.
Basically a whole crew.
No. You guys. Well,
Don't
Like
you,
all
like,
of all the named positions.
We could just get hirelings for the rest of this,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. I'm just getting. I figured the plan. I'll talk about the plan when I get there. I guess. I tell Slim I need you to meet me in 2 hours at the docks with 2 other people who aren't going to screw me over.
Done.
Because you know what happens if they do, Slim?
I think I get the picture. Yeah.
I like boop, boop, on his face.
It's on the other
What are
side
the
of
odds
the
that-
room, so you just casually walk all the way into the room and just go. Boop, boop.
Yeah, I say, good boy.
While he's holding a sheet over himself.
What are the odds that the lady companion now thinks like you're the wife and just y'all have a really unorthodox arrangement?
You know what? I'm gonna roll insight for her. Maybe not. Who knows?
Well, I'm wearing a captain's hat and also like a pirate thing. And I've got 2 swords. So does she get advantage? And we're in a pirate bar? I don't know.
I was going to say you're kind of nullifying context here. If you're a pirate in a pirate bar, that's expected.
Yeah.
But in any case, so you get Slim to bring himself and 2 other people. So you see him bring himself. You see him bring Jim, who's the man that you saw from down below.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings Candy as the chef. She knows how to cook. And she sailed on the boat before. You see her actually dressed up like, not, scandalous or anything.
Not
so
naked.
you may have got her attention. A charisma check.
You notice her. You notice her giving you looks too. You know that. Like, fine, you can be my captain.
I think she wants a 72. I would say 69, but the cost of eating out has gone up.
Inflation.
I need that effect, Janet.
This is why we have the mature content warning, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so I won't meta this part because I think we've done enough of that part.
Hey!
Slim is going to be free because he's scared of you, but the other 2 want to be paid. So
No,
Candy wants to be paid a silver a day, but Jim wants to be paid 2 silver.
Sure, it's like 6
Done.
days.
So you guys know.
That's
Yeah.
less
So you
than I
guys
was
know in
gonna
the
offer.
DMG, there's like different. Their hireling rules. They have different costs. I don't like the term of like unskilled labor, but like
Right.
the lower gauge stuff like being a cleaner
Press gang
or something.
stuff.
The blue collar job stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
I was
Blue
gonna
collar
say,
gets
I
paid
feel
pretty
like
well.
press gang is you don't get paid
Um,
as definition of the press gang.
well, the lower tier is a silver a day, and usually the skilled worker, which would be equivalent to like butler or someone who needs training beforehand, would be 5 silver a day. But I'm gonna say for this, they don't ask as much.
All right. Josul pays them.
Because you're Bryn, and they know who Bryn is.
Mhm.
They know who the albatross is.
Yes.
Bryn was my mother. No, no, that's me. Yeah. No, it's less than I was going to pay them an offer. So yeah, that's fine.
Josul pays them, and then he tells them the crew all come back alive and in one piece, and there's no scratches on this boat. Perhaps I'll pay you a little extra. If there's any scratches on this boat and people die at all, you don't get any extra.
And I look at Slim. I look at him directly in the eye, and I say, "I'm not playing anymore."
You know what his sailor name is?
Slim.
Slimbad the Sailor. To make it a 4th Slim. To add to the list. That Cat forgot about because he's only there for 1 session.
No, I know about him.
There was so many Slims.
Yeah.
The one time I guessed it on the 2nd edition game.
Oh, great.
But
I
I would
love
say
it.
that was more Kevin's character. He made him because I didn't know anything about Sekald.
You played him. That's what matters.
I
killed
yeah,
something with a grappling hook. Because it could only be hurt by iron.
Yeah, I tell him I'm not playing anymore. I look him directly in the eye. I say, "I'm not playing anymore. And I know where to find you. Found you once. Don't want to make it a second time, do we?" And then I just like pat his shoulder. And then I walk past him.
Okay. So then we go back to post-flashback of you doing all this earlier. And you all are going to step into the teleportation circle, right?
Yeah, arrange for everybody to get on the ship and leave as soon as we do. And
Okay.
yeah, I guess let's do it.
Mhm.
We should ask the wizard where we're gonna come out. Like, what's on the other side of this?
The Styes.
That tells me nothing. Is it like a tavern? Is it like a little hidey hole you have? Are we gonna come out in the middle of town or in somebody's house?
A friend of mine stayed.
Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. I'm good.
Okay. So as you all teleport, with a flash of green and purple alternating flames, you arrive in utter darkness. You can hear the dripping of water, and it's damp. And you cast a light, and you see a little rat, and it goes, like a bunch of rats scurry away from the light, and you realize that you are in a basement.
Guess try and find the stairs out.
Yep.
I take out my ever-burning purple torch.
I will use the blind side of my crab.
I have dark vision.
I stay close to the light because I'm a fat, blind ass merman.
You get out of the basement, and the basement has like the storm doors, so you're not like going into the building itself above. You're going outside. And as you go out, you see the Styes, the decayed remains of a once noble port district. Under bent gables, the carcasses of houses lean against each other, languid, broken, and awaiting the peace of collapse. Floor frames sag, dislocated from sod walls, heavy with mildew. while splintering timber support rotting boardwalks like broken limbs, disappearing into thick, rancid water from the harbor below. In numerous places, sections of the boardwalk have fallen away completely, leaving broad holes that expose due to water. And as you enter the Styes, we'll end our session.
Found the Christmas lights.
So, as we end there, why don't we see what everyone's got going on? So, why don't we start with Bryn, since Bryn had the most activity at the end there.
Hello. I'm Callie, Cap Callie on Twitter. Would you like to check that out? You can check that out. I run a game every other Tuesday. It's called Unwritten. Check it out. It's on Fresh Moon D&D. Some sad stuff happened last time, and I've been thinking about it every day since. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Axel, what are you doing?
I still have season 1 of Quest for the Quantum Rose up on YouTube. I am also I'm not going to be on Retroverse this Friday because it's my anniversary. But I will be back for Saturday for Mysteries of the Silver Fleet with Blake. And do you want to talk about that? Because that's what I've got going on this week.
Actually, I do. Stay tuned, because last time the party got all set up and prepared to go back to the Elven Communications Array and get it prepared to restore communications to the galaxy. But there's clearly more going on. We had a bit of an exposition from a giant, hyper-intelligent AI that was built into a mega structure that was also a super weapon built around a pulsar. The party found out that this giant project known as Project Red Dawn was created to create a mega weapon that could wipe out all life on a planet, be it mechanical or organic. Now, this was made as a weapon to, of course, fight the ultimate enemy, which was the Replacers, a organic cybernetic machine hybrid monster thing that is quite nasty and the enemy of all life, be it mechanical or living. So this enemy of all was deemed to be too much. So this super weapon was created. However, the AI that now controls it doesn't use it for evil anymore and decided it was going to use it for its own self-defense. So the party got a bit of his exposition from the AI, as we found out almost the entire episode. But the exposition led everything in the right direction, so everyone knows where they go now, and the Elven Communications Array will be restored. And they have a plan to take out the Silver Fleet. That's all I have.
Abby.
Hi. So my next thing that will be actually streamed is going to be Baltimore by Night. Yeah. We learned a lot of things and simultaneously no fucking nothing, which is how I feel like it is very much in Baltimore by Night. So check that out. It's going to be on Crow and Chimera on Monday at noon. Monday being the 13th of December. And we also just started a new game on Crow and Chimera, our Dishonored game with me and Kevin and Reese and Alt. So go check that out there as well. Our second episode of that will be going up the Monday after, 2 days from now. Yeah, that's my stuff.
Interesting. And how about Katie? What you got going on?
Oh, hi, that's me. Hi, I'm Jeanette. You can follow me on Twitter below. Tomorrow, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we should be playing Skull and Shackles as long as everyone is healthy and ready to go. The last time our crew left Rickety Squibs and their newly squibbed ship, so they have a brand new rechristened ship out on the open seas. And just as our session was ending, they saw smoke on the horizon and saw two ships lashed together and could make out from the crow's nest that it looked like the crew of one ship was tying up and putting the crew of the other ship in the hold, and they were going to let them burn. So our crew has decided that they're going to intervene this next session. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. And then Tuesday night, if everyone is available at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and that game includes Scott and Callie who are here. We should be playing some more Shadows over Stillwater, Call of Cthulhu Old West. They're out of quarantine and in the new town Santa Rosita that they're visiting. But someone tried to kill them last time when they got breakfast. It was a thing. They just barely saved one of the guards who nipped off his own bit of their breakfast, and probably shouldn't have because the poison was pretty bad. But yeah, so it seems as if somebody isn't too happy with their appearance in town and might be trying to do something about it. That's what I have going on, and you can find that on Uncanny_Adventures here on Twitch.
And last but not least, Sekald, do you got anything to that?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the next game that will be on this channel will be Rime of the Frost Maiden, which will be this upcoming Wednesday. My calendar slowly opens up. December 15th. So, on that note, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.